It was a beautiful morning on the banks of New River. But we're not here for the river, we're here for the trains. Hi, I'm Lucas Berry for White Oak Rail, and today we'll be viewing the action on a morning in Thurmond, West Virginia. So let's get started.
Amtrak 50 on 01 on the 192. East on the main, clear signal at Thurman, now wrapping up.
Now let me give you some insight into a rail fan's mind here. The reason I was in Thurmond was because RJ Corman had a new engine delivered, and I wanted to see it. Well, I was in Mount Hope the previous day and I didn't see it, so I thought, okay, well, maybe it's at the yard office in Harvey. Well, didn't find it there. But I thought, well, I'm already this close to Thurmond and it is an Amtrak day, so what the heck, I'll just go down there and film Amtrak. Now today, we know both Train 50 and 51 as the Amtrak Cardinal. But when Amtrak first took over passenger service, it was not the case. Instead, when Amtrak took over, they combined two trains to make what we know as the Cardinal route today, and kept the names of both. Train 50 was called the George Washington, and Train 51 was called the James Whitcomb Riley. The George Washington was the CNO's premier passenger train, and the James Whitcomb Riley ran on the New York Central. Also in the early days, the train did not terminate in New York eastbound. Instead, it stopped in Washington, D.C. I don't know when New York was at, and I don't know when they changed the name of the train. But I'm really glad they changed the time the train comes through here. The 1971 timetable shows that it would have been in Thurmond around 5:30 a.m. And I am glad that's not the case today. Now, while I was driving over here, I was listening to a scanner app on my phone, in and around the Charleston area, and I could have sworn I heard 3 eastbounds behind Amtrak. So I thought, great, there's a backlog, I'll get some more action, I won't have just one train today. Well, about an hour after Amtrak, and there still hadn't been anything showing up, so I thought, well, maybe it's just not my day. But then I heard someone say what I swore was the words, rush run, which of course would be rush run siding just outside town. So I thought, great, there's an eastbound coming. I'm finally going to get those eastbounds. Well, I was wrong. This one snuck up on me. So not only was I shocked that it was a westbound instead of an eastbound, but I was even more shocked at what it was towing. Remember that RJ Corman engine I said had been delivered? Well, it turns out it hadn't. Apparently they turned it in Quinamont, and this was a delivery. What a day I was having now. RJ Corman's 7107 is an SD40-2, not an SD40T-2, so no tunnel motor here. It was built in 1978 for the Burlington Northern Railroad and spent time on BNSF's roster following the merger before going to a leasing company before RJ Corman got it. It's being delivered here by CSX train R214, which I'm going to assume based on what I heard the crew say originates in Quinamont Yard and then comes to serve RJ Corman whenever they need it. Alright, we've lined and locked the switch, the conductor is on board, and it's time to shove this thing into the siding across the river. Now, I admit this isn't the shot most people get when they come here, and it's not one I really thought I would get today, but since the leaves are going to be growing on the trees soon, you're not going to get a chance to get this for a while, so why not? It's a unique angle.
Who knows? Zero.
Now, I talked about how the RJ Coleman engine was built in 1978. Well, the CSX engines are much younger. 3117 was built in 2013, and 3035 was built in 2012. What a difference. Now, these two are being held for an eastbound. I was finally getting some eastbound action today. So let's check that out after we get these guys parked. Now, this isn't the best shot in the world, I know that, but there's a reason I got it. I was trying to get a shot on the other side of the depot, but Slowpoke me ran out of time. I was about halfway down the front of the depot when I heard what sounded like a train coming my way, and I was right. So I scurried over here and got in position, and I'm glad I got this, because I almost didn't get anything. Now, in my haste to get over here, actually, in my haste to get over to get my shot that I wanted and then get over here, I either missed his ID or he didn't say who he was, so I have no idea who he was or where he was going. I'm going to assume he's heading to Newport News, but that's just an assumption. It's so weird to me to film a mainline coal train, and I say that because I'm so used to filming on branch lines, see Loop Creek, that by the time the train is passed, I feel like I still have a ton more shots to get. And, well, that's not going to happen because you can't chase it along the river. You just got to let it go. Alright, now it's time to get R214 back to Quinamont. We're going to back this train onto the main line, and then we're going to pull east towards Quinamont.
I'll put you one to the old yard there, at Quinamont. I understand. When we get up here, do we have permission on our coach? Man, you guys are just kind of needy today, I tell you. Buddy, it's every day for me. Yeah, you're okay. I'll switch us up there from one to the old yard there up there by the dwarf if you need one. That's been permission. We'll on to the over and we'll let you know when we get it, everything in there, settled away and locked up. I think you'll.
You know, it just occurred to me, I never did explain where Quinamont is. Quinamont is about 12 miles east of Thurmond, and it's about less than a mile east of Prince. After R214 left, so did I, but I couldn't leave without stopping and getting some close-up shots of 7107. Welcome home, new friend. Hope you enjoy your time in West Virginia. Be sure to hit that like button if you like the video, leave a comment down below if you are so inclined, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Until next time, somewhere out here on the railroad, I'm Lucas Berry for White Oak Rail.